He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. I saw
Yeah.
somebody reacting to the clip from "You Bow to No One" at the end of Return of the King.
Hmm.
It's just so good, so good. I cherish those movies.
Movies make me happy.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're few and far nowadays, but there's so many to go back and watch. I just enjoy doing that. I just enjoy going back and and ones I never watched, and so it's so fun. And that'll be something else we'll touch on tonight is some movies
What's funny
because we were
if I look up in my ring light, it looks like I'm looking up at your chin. Yeah, tell me a story, Dad.
well, boy, there's one
Rocket
time
to the freaking face.
When I was your age.
when I was just a boy. Oh wait, I'm not Carl.
Uh, we starting this without Luke, or is
Well,
he gonna
I sent the
get
link to him,
here?
but he hasn't. But
Hasn't done anything with it.
let's see. I sent the email, but he probably needs to know to look for it. But
Yeah.
figure he would have popped on by now. Just to
Text him.
yeah, I just now did to the group
Yuck.
chat.
Yuck.
Lilith, why you're just sitting over there staring at me. Come
Mm,
here.
gonna, uh, people are stupid.
Not gonna argue that.
Have you ever seen people try to reseat tire beads, and tractor tires with fire?
No idea.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. Period. Much less, dumb people do it.
It works really well with brake clean because it's not as burny. It's more flashy. But when people try to do it with gasoline, it tends to be a lot more violent. A lot more
Oh.
violent.
Come here.
Just watch somebody try to do that with a tractor tire to reseat the bead, and it probably shot the tire 15 feet in the air before it landed. And this is like a man-sized tractor tire,
So
not just like a
you
little itty bitty
need
one,
so you need a material that rapidly burns, produces less pressure.
like brake clean or something.
Yeah.
And you do need a source of air as far as an air compressor because it'll seat the bead, and if you don't instantly start filling it with air, it'll actually start a vacuum. And
Yeah, because once it starts cooling off, yeah.
cooling off, burning all the oxygen off inside that cavity. Worth. Good,
Lilith,
good, good trick to know if you're ever out 4x4 and you try to clean the bead off as much as
Yeah,
possible.
I've seen the brake cleaner thing a few times. Like people do the video of it where
Hmm.
they spray it and take a lighter to it and
This guy dumped, I think,
reinflates it.
close to a liter of gasoline on this tire, and then lit
Jesus
it.
Christ!
Like this wasn't gonna
He's
end
built a
well.
bomb. That's
This
what he
wasn't
really
gonna
did.
end well to begin with. Good luck, bro.
Built a bomb.
I did find out one time how real life versus movies and TV does when it comes to gasoline. Um,
Oh yeah.
so many years
What?
ago, back when I was a teenager, back in my second hometown, when we were in the boonies, we had our house was still brand new, and we had a big junk pile from when it was built. It was in a pit that had just dug into the ground, and we decided, hey, we're gonna burn this. We're gonna burn this in this trash pit. So we had the idea of we're gonna make a gasoline trail to it, right? We're gonna like pour some gasoline on it and make a gasoline trail to it and just light her up. Well, it worked, but a little faster and better than expected. Nothing happened. Now, mind you, nothing happened. Like nobody got hurt or nothing got damaged, nothing like that. It was just a lot more, like you said, violent than I expected. The
Uh-huh.
second that match, or whatever it was we had used fire with, the second that hit that trail of gasoline, it was. Woof.
Yeah.
It wasn't like in the movies where it's this
Low dramatic creep.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh, not even
They use
it was
they use
took a
kerosene in the
second.
movies. That's the secret.
Ker-
Right.
Kerosene, or if they want it to burn black, they use
Yeah. No,
or a
this was like
mixture.
it was literally like an
Hmm.
explosion.
My
It was
uncle
like
my
whoa.
uncle had a fireball chase him through the house once carrying a gas tank, and he made it out of the house, and luckily it was just like a little 1 gallon can, and he made it, I think, to the street, to the gutter or something, or threw it at the street. Didn't burn anything down, but it was either him or it was his dad or his uncle. I can't remember the story exactly, but they poured fire poured a little bit of gasoline on the fire pit just to get it lit, and due diligence walked it off, or from out of the area that there was going to be fire. Well, as he's walking through the house, somebody lit the fire pit, and there was enough vapor
Whoops.
in the air that fireball chased him because it was burning the vapors from the gas tank through the
Oh my
house.
god. Wow.
Gasoline is no joke. I don't know if the stuff nowadays would do it because they put so many stinking additives in it, but I don't want to find out either.
Yeah.
I
I
Wow.
rarely.
mean, the additives are just as explosive and flammable as gasoline itself.
True.
Well, it's crazy, Mike, because my dad was just telling me. I was talking to him yesterday, and he was telling me back at our old oil lease that we had in my hometown, because we ran an oil lease for a number of years, and small
Live,
one had
live.
like
By the way, live in case you don't want any information.
Mm.
oh oh right.
Just saying. Like,
Well, basically, there was for a while there was gasoline, natural gas that pumped out of the ground, and we just took it and put it right into the gas motors we used to the gas engines we used to have that ran the pumping units.
hmm,
I didn't know that was exactly how it worked because I just was a kid, but I was like, oh, that's actually yeah. This was literally just straight out of the ground into the engines and ran them
hmm,
until that until it ran out because that and it was just oil.
that's cool.
It's like, well, that's efficient. Yeah, he said,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like a good year of running it that way.
Hmm. Yeah, and if your equipment's set up for it, like, it'll just go.
hmm Then we had electric motors after that, and they were a lot
Be
easier to
there
deal with.
shortly. No, my car payment came. Wonderful.
But yeah,
Luke said, and if you didn't get that, Luke said it'll be.
yeah, I just saw that pop up. So, in regards to, I'll just do this for the sake of having something to look at.
Instead of your purty face.
Yeah, yeah, that's not optimum. So we'll go with this instead.
That's not optimized for this program.
Let's do. So we were talking about the other day about our first online gaming experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So I guess I'll just
Mm,
I think well like what I go with like mine. So
hang on, one.
my very first like because I we had dial up internet for a number of years before that on the computer, nothing else. I never had anything related to gaming online in any way, shape, or form until 2007,
Mm-hmm.
which was Halo 3. So Halo 3
I
multiplayer, and
I
that
might
was
I
actually
might
through
have
that is
to
how.
change, not the Zoom app,
Oh, it's
because
something
my
not.
screen captures.
Hmm. I didn't know. Oh wait, there it is. At least this anyway.
Okay, it just freaked out for. We're good. Continue.
So Halo 3, but this back. So at my job, I'm trying to remember who talked me into I think. So I played a little bit of local LAN. Like I played on Halo in general.
Mhm.
My brother and I played. We were big Halo fans. Played the campaigns. I've been to. I went to a buddy's, like an old buddy's house back before I was online. And did a little local LAN stuff a little bit. So I was, I'd played multiplayer a little bit, but in terms of local, but I'd never been online. So with Halo 2. So um and then 2007, I was at my job, and some of the other guys were talking about it, and we went to a friend's house, and he had it online. I tried it, and then so eventually I was like, well, I want to, I had the 360 for a while. I had it since launch day,
Mm.
and Halo 3 was new, and I was like, you know what, I really want to play this multiplayer because the guys at work were playing it, and they said you need to, you should get it. We'll all play, and I'm like, all right, cool. And
You need,
I got yeah, that you need to.
need to do
So I
that.
so I got DSL. That was my first high speed internet at all, was DSL, which was okay at the time, but it was obviously not as good as once I
What's that? Maybe
discovered.
maybe 512 kilobytes a second.
No, it was more than that. It was like,
Was it?
I don't know. Well, it was like
10, 20 megs.
it was
A second.
Is it?
it was megs. It was
I
like
had it too.
it was like mine at that time was like maybe in the early teens or something, maybe 16.
Wow.
8 to 16 somewhere. I can't remember. It's been too long, but it wasn't high, but it was enough, right? It was enough
Right.
to play the game decently, right? So or it felt fine, right? Uh and then that's actually how I met
What's a
that's actually how I met
kilobyte?
Mike, was through Halo 3.
Yep.
Back in 2007, so a long time ago now. We met just I can't remember. We just randomly got,
In a
I don't even know if it was
match,
a friend of a friend, was it? Or just
we're talking pre-party chat days, so
Mhm.
yeah.
we were just met in a match, and
Party chat wasn't an OG
I know
feature.
Tom was there too.
Yeah, Tom and probably Dave and
No, Dave wasn't there yet.
wasn't there yet? Okay, so
Yeah,
it was
he was late to the Xbox game.
well,
You'll
it was
remember this
what's
guy,
his name?
Corporal Wolf.
Corporal Wolf, yeah. He was the one. I knew him a little bit by that point. And
Yeah.
then it kind
I
of
known him for a bit longer because I played with him since Halo 2.
yeah, that's right. So it was kind of like through him, he kind of got, I think you all joined together, and I already made friends with him a little bit, and then just went from there. So yeah, that was my intro playing. And then it went from, and we were really into Halo 3. We
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it a lot. I was up to level 40 Colonel out of 50 um on ranked. So I did pretty well, and because I played Halo so much up to that point offline, it actually wasn't that. I was actually decent, considering I wasn't a online multiplayer veteran or anything. I just kind of jumped in and figured it out and got pretty decent at it at the time. And then um but while playing that, Call of Duty 4 comes out.
There you
There
Yo.
he is.
So while I'm playing that, while we're playing that, Call of Duty
Mhm.
4 comes out, Modern Warfare, and then we get that when it comes out, and we're blown away by it, and the multiplayer is really cool. And then Halo 3 was kind of becoming a grind with the ranked, and it was getting really tough, and we were still enjoying it. But then Call of Duty was kind of our, let's relax and go play this easier multiplayer that's fun, right? And it was less competitive. It was
Mhm.
just, and whereas Halo was like this super sweat stuff, and then Call of Duty 4 was just fun. So we bounced back and forth between the two, and then I ended up, and we really enjoyed Call of Duty 4 a lot. That was a really cool game, really good multiplayer.
That would have
And
messed.
then
That would
kind
have
of from
messed
there,
with me so bad.
but
Jumping back,
going back
jumping
and
between
forth.
Halo and COD.
Oh yeah, see, and that's why it's not. I can usually do that because we went back and forth with that all the
Yeah, it
time.
messed with me quite a bit too.
that was kind of my so literally Mike has been there since the very beginning of my online multiplayer experience ever. He's been there from the very beginning. I met him like within a few weeks of starting.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know you were that fresh when I met you.
Yeah, no, I literally had just started doing it, and because of coworkers getting me in on it and stuff. Oh,
And
Bye.
there you
yeah, I
go,
think something wasn't working.
because he doesn't like us.
Fine.
Oh,
It's-
figure out what.
I played Halo 3 online and local. My roommate, but it was his, so I didn't play it all that often. But I think I eventually owned this on 3. I never really. Same with COD 4. I still had a PS2 when all these stuff came out.
Man, that was we had a really good time at COD 4. It was really fun, really
Mhm.
good game,
I played
really
it.
solid.
I played it when I could. So I
That
eventually,
was my
I had I
first
had
1v1 me
access.
got.
Yeah, I had the access to the campaign, so I could play that, but I couldn't play online because again, it wasn't mine. So there's that. Up, Sky.
Can you hear? Can you hear
How's it
us?
going?
There we go.
There he is.
So we're just talking about our first online experiences. The things that the games that got us online, and maybe some that immediately followed, way back in the day.
So the first game I ever played online, and I'm not going to count Diablo, but the first game I actually played online was probably Halo
First
Which
one.
one?
Halo.
and Halo 2, Halo.
Yeah.
Oh, you played it on OG Xbox?
Yeah, and
Okay.
so I played Halo 1, Combat Evolved on landline, right?
Oh
That's,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's how we had to approach that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, you had to. Only the PC version had online capabilities, and that was even later.
hmm
Which
as
was
soon as
weird,
2 came, I
but
mean, 1's the reason why I bought an Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk
A
about
lot
a
of people have.
juggernaut of a launch title. That reminds me. You
yeah.
know, maybe we'll get into it after because we'll get it. I got an idea for what we'll get into for the rest of the night. When we're done talking about our intros to online. But go ahead, Luke. So Halo 2. That's before me. That's before I did,
I guess
and
I'll
even
do
more
my.
before that with Diablo,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, no, well, Diablo
Yeah.
is, if we're gonna count that, I mean, shoot, I was the OG Diablo Hellfire, back before,
Nerd.
it was, oh dude, it was the legit game.
I
So
never.
what about
I,
what was your Seth? Like, what was your
intro to online was Halo 2, Halo 3, but again,
Okay.
I never owned them, so I didn't have actual access to them. So, but I played them. Actually, no. The intro to online would have been Counter Strike 1.5.
Okay. Yep. That's right. You've
Oop.
talked about Counter Strike
Mhm.
before.
Yeah, that was so much fun. It ended up usually devolving into us playing against level 0 bots and just having fun with on a LAN.
Mhm.
Usually what it devolved to, but wasn't the best at it. Had to rapidly learn mouse and keyboard, and that was intriguing. Try to do that. One thing that I've wanted to do actually is go back to learning mouse and keyboard, but I need a desk that and less clutter on the desk, and a PC.
Definitely a super mouse pad too. Like I've got this
Mhm.
thing like almost covers like the whole front of the desk here.
Absolutely.
It's funny how Half-Life, that was my introduction to mouse and keyboard too. Was the first Half-Life as far as that engine goes.
Yeah, we played and beat Half-Life a couple times at my house.
So good.
But first, like deep dive into online gameplay was Black Ops.
Ah, I played, man. Yeah, we had a lot of fun on Black Ops, man. A lot of fun. That was a good game.
I owned it and I had access to the internet via
See,
a Wi-Fi plug-in stick for the original Xbox because it wasn't built in yet.
this is one of the cases where I loved the game. The multiplayer was the level design was solid.
Mhm.
Fun maps, right? The guns were fun. That was the first time I actually preferred iron sights in a lot of cases.
Oh yeah, well, all the weapons had zero recoil too, so it's not like
Yeah,
I mean some of them did. The FAMAS kicked a bit, but there was hardly anything that just climbed sky.
yeah. No, it was fun. We played after Modern Warfare 2 because played the hell out of Modern Warfare 2. Loved Modern Warfare 2. So Black Ops, I was just really hoping it actually ended up. I ended up playing it more than I expected to because I really got into it. That was the last Call of Duty I was really into until like way later.
Yeah,
Way
and
later.
I missed the Modern Warfare 2
Ah, that's
Mm.
too bad. That
online
was so good.
online shenanigan. We land it. We 4-player split screen that. My buddy Ben would run around with his bullets glasses and with dual P90s and such, and absolutely torch us. But it was fun. OG Rust.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Not the
The OG,
not the abomination that they put in Modern Warfare 2019. Oh wait, I loved that map. Never
well, the OG Nuketown.
mind.
A lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
That was
yeah,
Black Ops.
Well yeah,
yeah.
Black
That's
Ops.
what I'm talking about.
I actually really had fun with Nuketown and Black Ops 3. I had a lot of fun with that map. Wall running
Yeah,
and such. It's
yeah, it was okay. I
fun.
played Black Ops 3 a decent amount, but didn't get the. I played all of them at one point or another except for Black Ops 4, but I couldn't get into any of them. Like oddly enough, World War II was the first one I played as much as I did until
Hmm.
2019. I don't know why. I just couldn't. They couldn't grab me anymore. Like Black Ops 2, which I acknowledge it's a great game. It's a solid game. I just couldn't get. It just didn't grab me. I didn't. I wasn't playing that way anymore. Modern
Black
Warfare
Ops
3, same thing.
Black
It just
Ops
did not do it
2
for me.
Black Ops 2 is the first COD that I had played that I actually hit Master Proceed. I reset my
Mm-hmm.
but then I reset my stats and then we moved and I didn't have good internet anymore. I couldn't play anymore. That was fun. But
Yeah. So, Mike, what about you? What was your?
Okay, so this could be a bit of a list. So my first real experience in online would be StarCraft. I played a decent amount online. I had some friends that we had do 2-on-2s and stuff like that. Did a little bit of Diablo 2 as well, but as Luke is, I won't go too much into that. And then I had friends that were big into Counter Strike 1.5 as well. Was
Ah,
it 0.5? I don't remember what it was,
thought I remembered you
but
playing Counter Strike before.
I did, but I didn't have a computer for it. So me and my friends would go to our local cybercaf, and like once a week or once every other weekend or something like that. We'd just go there and spend the entire day just playing online on just Counter Strike. I got pretty good at it. Oddly enough, that's the only time I've ever done mouse and keyboard, and I was actually kind of confident with it. I've never been since then. uh, and then I moved on. I eventually got my 360 in 06. I think it was 06, something like that. Um, and we started playing Halo 2. And I did a ton of Halo 2 online with friends, and that's where I met Corporal Wolf, which Steve mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And
Joey.
yeah, Joey. And me and him and my other friend that no longer plays games anymore played a shoot ton of just Halo 2 and yeah, pretty much just Halo 2. And then when Halo 3 came out, blew up. All my friends, we sat in line, wait for that game to come out, just so we can play literally play that online that night.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and yeah, and COD 4 came out, and we migrated to that. And like Seth, I had an issue going back and forth. I remember that was even an issue to the point where like I built a clan, let's say on COD or whatever, and stuff like that, and people were bouncing between two games, and I'm like, I can't. I gotta either be on one game or the other. I can't be doing them bounce back and forth because whichever
Eh,
one I'm primarying, the other one I'm terrible at.
And we ended up basically just letting Halo 3 kind of go to the wayside and focus on Call of Duty until Modern Warfare 2 came out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it ended up. We Halo 3 was as Halo 3 was calming down, our playing of Halo 3 was going down and down and down. COD 4 was going up and up and up, and then by the time Modern Warfare 2 came out, boom, we weren't playing Halo 3 anymore.
Yeah. And then of course Mod 2 came out, and I played that quite a bit. I mean, I played Mod 1 more than 2, but 2 is a better game.
Yeah.
Definitely the better
Yeah.
game. Then I remember the great hacketing.
Yeah, that's when we
remember being
really
at work,
experienced
get a
truly
text from a
experienced
friend,
hacking.
hey, every lobby in Modern Warfare 2 is hacked. On your lunch break, come and play a few games. And I literally did that. Like, I ran home for my lunch break and played like 3 matches where everybody had machine gun noob tubes and crap like that. And
What the heck?
yeah, every lobby was hacked. Had
Oh my-
crazy shit. Like infinite point games. Like they had games that was just never ending, literally never ending.
God.
Actually, how all the higher ups of Infinity Ward ended up getting fired. It was over that.
Oh, I bet. How does well, I don't know. Anything's possible, I guess.
I just thought that was we thought hacking was crazy now, but at least back then the hackers didn't just like hack to make it better for themselves. They actually hacked it so everybody had some crazy game types because it wasn't just like exclusively
Oh, it's a
individuals.
whole lobby.
It was the whole lobby. Everybody had infinite new tubes. Everybody had infinite things. I remember one match I got into it. The whole game played at 1.5 speed or 0.15 speed. So
What?
everything was in slow mo, which was hilarious with snipers because like everything was moving super slow, so they could, bang, bang.
Oh
It was so
man.
comical.
That's hilarious. It did
So
out of
so
pure funny.
what would what would be more interesting to you guys? I'll let y'all decide. Figuring out what our favorite years of kind of like just the way we did with favorite years of games, loosely, favorite years of films, or launch lineups. Console launch lineups. Which honestly, console launch lineups could.
I don't have a
That's
strong
whole.
opinion on any of those, so
Right.
Maybe movies because console launch lineups. That's
I
a
have
whole episode.
even less on movies. Like there is no best year of movies for me. There's movies. What
Right.
year it came out is irrelevant to me. But
I don't
yeah,
know.
other people might be different.
I feel like 2004, 2005 had some pretty epic movies. But then again, that could be biased.
Including Lord of the Rings.
What?
Which, right? Now, I mean, that's the thing.
Pretty sure
That's ultimately
Yeah,
what's
I would
going
say
to.
that time frame because you had the Lord of the Rings coming out, and then you had the new Star Wars at that time coming out as
It was
well.
a good time.
Were
was a good
they
time.
still releasing Harry Potter films at that point too? I thought or
They
had
might
all
have
had all
started, they
those
just
come out.
started.
Yeah, they were. There were one of the Harry Potters was directly competing with Return of the King. I know that.
Okay. So let's see.
Now, the Harry Potter stuff I thought was nerdum, and I didn't want anything to do with it. And then I got older, and I married somebody that absolutely loves the books and movies, and I sat down and had to watch all of them, and they're great. So my daughter loves them. Oh, both of them do.
trying to think of because obviously for anybody, the starting point is what's a movie you really love? What year did it come out? Look at that year, see if there's other movies that are relevant to you in that year. And if it looks like a year, you're like, oh man, that whole year is like you just see movie after movie you really like for that year. That's a good year to pick.
Mm.
I'm thinking 1996.
The Punisher.
Which one?
The one with Tom Jane and John Travolta.
Yeah, that's my favorite of the bunch. Not necessarily the best lore connected, but definitely my favorite Punisher.
Chronicles of Riddick, Walking Tall, Born Supremacy, Blade Trinity. King
Even if I don't
Arthur.
figure out what like a definitive favorite year, which will be tough, I don't know if I will be able to, but it's just fun to look at. So like 96 right here, 96 is already looking good. Ghost in the Darkness, that's a badass movie. Really enjoyed Ghost in the Darkness. Val Kilmer, Michael Douglas. I saw that in theater. Twister, saw that in the theater. I love Twister. That's a lot of fun. Film a good chunk of it filmed in Oklahoma. Seeing Mars Attacks was goofy at the time. Nothing I would care to rewatch again.
Yeah, it's
but
definitely
it was,
a one and done.
Yeah, it's a one and done. Jerry Maguire is pretty good. I still need to see From Dusk Till Dawn. It's actually I
Really,
still
I
haven't
see
seen
that.
it.
I have.
It's a fun horror movie, so I know I'd like it. Happy Gilmore is one of my favorite comedies. I love that. That's probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie. So Happy Gilmore's great. Bad Moon is um I haven't watched it, but I hear it's a very good cult uh werewolf movie. Frighteners is fun.
I remember that. Michael J. Fox, right?
I think so. That okay.
Buttons.
The way it wait, yes, you called
Yep.
it. Yep, Michael J. Fox. Okay.
Michael J. Fox and I don't remember anybody else. Oh wait, no. Harley
oh,
Ernie. Harley Ernie
Fargo.
was in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Fargo.
Fargo.
That's a good one. That was the.
Why can't I place that, but I can't actually.
It's in Canada. It's a kind of a murder thriller comedy. It's the Farrell is it Farrell brothers? Wait, what?
I don't know much about the film.
The Coen brothers. That's right, Coen brothers, which they're known for their dark humor. So that it's a good movie. Romeo and Juliet. I remember my teenage.
Is that the
friend.
DiCaprio one?
Yeah, that was I remember the teenage at that time over the teenage or not even teenage like little girls over that crap. I was like, oh god. Independence Day. There we
W.
go. Daylight. I saw that at one point.
Daylight.
I remember liking it. I love Stallone, so I'm down for that. Never seen that. Chain Reaction. Scream was good. Jack, that's a weird movie. That's a weird movie. I saw it recently for the first time. It's a strange movie. I didn't know how I felt about that one. I didn't really. It was a very strange movie.
It didn't know what genre I wanted to play to.
Exactly. Yeah, it was very weird. Is it a comedy? Is it a drama? Is it a experimental film? I don't know.
Is it a kid film?
Yeah, and it's when it wasn't. It has like PG-13. Yeah. I love Robin Williams, and he did, but it was just strange. Dragonheart, yes, that's one of my that's a childhood favorite right there. I love Dragonheart. I saw that in the theater too. Jane's a Giant Peach. I liked it a lot as a kid.
Read the book.
Last Man Standing was a cool movie. I haven't seen it many years, but I remember really liking it.
Last Man Standing. Wait.
That's my brain. Bruce Willis.
What was the plot?
I honestly can't remember. It's been a long time.
He
But
was the last man standing.
I mean,
hope so.
He's the last man. The Rock and Eraser, those are badass.
The Rock, yes. And
Eraser was
Eraser,
probably
yes.
that was one of Schwarzenegger's last like
Schwarzenegger's
cool original
better
movies.
cool movies, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Matilda, you know, I really liked Matilda as a kid. That was an interesting little
You know what? They
family
tried
movie.
rebooting Eraser recently with some new guy. It was
Oh, really?
horrible.
Did
I
they?
watched it.
Oh.
It's bad. It's like a straight to DVD like reboot, and I'm like, it was
I know
bad.
exactly. I have this. I haven't seen it yet, but I love Kurt Russell. Executive Decision's good.
Mhm.
But yeah, 96. That's a good year. I like 96. I can't call it a favorite. Oh, Broken Arrow. That's a John Woo movie. I like Broken Arrow. Mission Impossible. That's a really good one. Started a whole franchise. Yeah, there's a lot of fun in 96. I like 96. Wait, Escape from L.A.? Oh, I forgot it
The
was
second
that.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second one. I forgot it was that late in the 90s or even
Yeah,
at
I
all late
remember
in the
that.
90s. That's
Sure,
a fun
forgetting
one.
about that movie.
It's not as good as the first one, but it's good. It's fun. Oh, Adrenaline. That's a badass little hidden gem. Natasha Henstridge and what's his face just now left my brain. Played Raiden in Mortal Kombat and he was Highlander.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just now left my brain because
I can't remember.
no.
Yeah.
I want it was
He played Duncan McLeod. He didn't play Highlander. He was in Highlander.
or in Highlander. Yeah, see, I haven't seen it. I just know the show. I remember the TV show. But Christopher Lambert. Christopher Lambert.
Yeah. See, I remember the character's name. You remember
I just know it was
the
yeah, I've
actor's
never
name.
seen it. I've never actually seen it. I tried watching it and it was kind of hard to even try to get through, so I was like, this is kind of goofy. The Quest, um, yeah, there's a Phantom was cool. It's kind of a comic book movie, Jim. Comic book. I don't know if it's an actual comic
Oh,
book or just style comic book
yes, it
style.
is an actual comic book film
Okay,
or a comic book character.
it was cool. I liked the Phantom.
An
I remember liking
old
it.
comic book character. Like, same as the Dick Tracy era comic books.
You know, what year did was it 95 then? I thought Sling Blade was maybe this year too.
I thought that was 95.
It must be 95. It must be. It would have shown up. Anyway, so Luke, what's a year? What's a year you think? What's a movie that you really like and you would see what other movies are that year? Maybe that's like a good year.
Dude, if I was gonna go for like my favorite all-time movie, it's Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy? That's a funny movie. Let's see.
Interesting
Let's
pick
see when
for a
Tommy
favorite
Boy
movie.
came out.
Okay.
It's got a new 4K Blu-ray for it coming out. So it happens. 95.
Tommy Boy came out in '95.
Mm-hmm. Batman Forever. That's a good one. Showgirls. Good lord. A Braveheart. Ooh, that was Best Picture.
Mm,
Yeah.
Braveheart. I did like that one.
7. I knew 95 was going to be good. So we got 7, which was a really crazy, interesting movie.
That the What's in the
Heat.
Box movie.
Yep. What's in the box?
Oh, Casper
Goodness.
came out.
Oh, Casper, the friendly
Oh,
ghost.
Tu Wong
Mhm.
Fu. Thanks for everything.
Oh, Tu Wong
Came
Fu.
out.
Oh, that movie's pretty
That was
hilarious.
hilarious. Apollo
Um.
13. That was a good one.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, Apollo 13. That's yeah. Tom Hanks. Um, my brain. Species. Oh boy.
Powder.
So
Do you
Heat.
remember Powder?
Powder. I don't know. I don't
Mm.
think so.
Doesn't sound
Oh,
familiar to
dude.
me either.
Powder's
Heat.
a good movie.
Heat right here. He had one of the best shootout sequences ever put to film.
Yeah.
Like it is such a
It's famous, that's for sure.
yeah, like the way because the guns are loud and like thunderous and they reload and it felt like a guerrilla camera. It felt like guerrilla filming, like urban warfare, like the way it was shot, the way the sound editing and the all of it was just so unusually well done from other shootout scenes in movies. It didn't feel Hollywoodized. It felt raw. and they didn't cut away from like because seeing guys like reloading and then rechambering and then going back to shooting, like you just didn't see that very often like that.
Isn't
Or
that-
just
isn't that-
actively acknowledging there's a thing called a magazine and it only has so many
Exactly.
bullets in it.
Exactly.
Isn't Heat one of the first movies they actually hired either an ex-military or ex-police officer, SWAT officer to train the crew on how to
Probably.
properly use firearms? I saw a documentary of it, and I think it was an interview with the guy that actually trained these individuals. He actually played one of the
I
bad
wouldn't
guys,
doubt
I
it.
think.
I really wouldn't doubt it. Casino's a fantastic mob movie. Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, dude, this year's
Wait,
killing it.
Quentin made Casino?
I think so.
I got
Let me double check.
7. I got 7. I got Billy Madison. I got Wonderworld or Waterworld.
Waterworld, that's a good
Dude.
one.
Major Payne.
Oh,
What the
shit.
heck? I picked a
Major
freaking
Payne.
classic.
Oh, yeah. No, I knew 95 was going to be good. That was going to be my
First-
next one to check.
I got First Night.
Fuck, I just
Yeah, Martin
think it's
Scorsese. Yep. Yep.
Martin. That's not what you said.
What did I say? I probably said something else on accident.
That Pulp Fiction guy. What's his name?
Oh, did I say Quentin Tarantino? Whoops. I
You
meant
said
to say
Quentin
Martin
Tarantino.
Scorsese. I meant to say Martin
Oh.
Scorsese.
Okay, it is forever done, dude. 95 is the best year. We got the original Jumanji and we got the original Friday.
Yeah, Jumanji, Friday. Yep.
You had me at Major Payne.
Yeah, Major Payne, man, right there. Like you said, City
Yeah.
of Lost Children's good. I did not like Billy Madison. That's just me. I did not care for it.
Hey, and you guys want to hear the cream of the crop, dude? Toy Story.
Was that
yeah.
95?
Yeah, it's
That was
crazy, huh?
95.
That's how freaking old we are, Seth.
They got Toy Story on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
That makes me feel so old.
I know.
I don't
right?
want to play this.
Oh, GoldenEye. GoldenEye. That's a great Bond.
Yeah, it was also 95.
See, that's the GoldenEye. That's the Bond that we grew up with, right? Because I still like Pierce Brosnan
yeah.
as Bond.
Cutthroat Island?
That
I
film
don't recall
bombed so
that.
hard.
I never seen that.
I have.
The
I don't think it was terrible. It's just that some reason that film bombed so badly in the box office.
Crimson Tide. That's a good one. That was my first Denzel Washington movie.
Ah,
Crimson Tide. Rumble in the Bronx. That was my first Jackie Chan movie.
Oh yeah, it wasn't my first,
Yeah.
but it was one of my favorites.
Oh man, it's one of my. I think it is my favorite to this day. Is along with like Rush Hour and stuff. Yeah, that's a good one. Congo. I love Congo. I always liked it. It's a fun movie.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Ace Ventura, then the Tommy Boy. Die Hard with a
Ooh,
Vengeance.
Ace-
That I would argue that's.
Are
the
we
best
still in
Die Hard.
95?
Yeah, we're still
Yeah.
on 95.
Damn.
95 is a really strong year.
95's legit.
It really is.
Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura is
was-
so funny.
I
It's so
loved
stupid.
Ace Ventura.
Which one's that? Is that the first one or is that the second?
It's the first. Oh wait,
First
wait,
one.
Nature. It should be the first one. Yeah, it's the first
Yeah,
one.
Nature's Calls is the second one.
Yeah, Die Hard. I would argue Die Hard with a Vengeance is probably the best Die Hard. I would actually argue that. It's such a good movie.
That's the second or
That's-
third one?
Third
That is the third.
with
and I
um,
would agree with this
Samuel L.
statement.
Jackson.
It's my favorite.
it is
bunch.
excellent. It should have. It was more good than it was better than it should have been, considering it's a third in an action movie series. Way better than it should have been.
Where's that one at? He's in New York on that one, or it's more urban in
Yeah.
that one?
Yeah, it's in New York with
yeah.
Samuel L.
Yeah,
Jackson
he's in New York. Samuel L. Jackson
with the
he
bombing
recruits-
terrorists that's like
through
all
the-
throughout the city.
Got it.
Yeah.
and it's Gruber's brother or something like that. That's the villain.
Oh,
From the
wow,
first
Ghost in
one.
the Shell.
Yeah.
Gorgeous animation. Story's a little weird, but
Oh,
the
Animated.
Yeah, the first-
Yeah.
the animation
Ghost in the
is
Shell.
incredible in the detail. So I will praise it in that regard.
The story's true cyberpunk in all regards.
Yeah. I can't remember. I had a crush on Sandra Bullock, but I can't remember if I saw The Net or not. But Clueless is famous. I've never seen it.
The
but
Net. I've seen that. I know the story of
Bushwhacker. I
that.
remember I wanted to see it as a kid, but I wasn't allowed to or something. So I didn't get to watch it at the time.
Bushwhacker. I think I know the name, but I don't. for the film.
Desperado. I never saw that.
Antonio
Um,
Banderas.
Yeah, I've always liked Waterworld. Oh, 12 Monkeys, that's a good one. Batman Forever, that was the last good Batman until the Dark Knight series.
You've like named like at least 3 or 4 films that Val Kilmer was in that year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
He was
that
everywhere
was a
that
strong
year.
year for him. That was a strong one. Man, where's Sling Blade, man? I gotta look this up. Where's Sling Blade? Stop.
I thought that was 95.
I
But
thought it was
maybe I'm
too.
wrong too. Maybe 94.
Sling Blade. Oh, it's not okay. So I have to go with 96 because of Sling Blade. That's just me. I have
Oh,
to
so
go
it
with
was
90.
96.
Yeah, so 96 is an important year for me because of Sling Blade, and top of it. Would you please stop doing the pop down thing? Thank you. It wouldn't let me get to the tabs. um. So 96 and 95 is an excellent year, and 96 is barely for me personally edges it out. Goofy movie, I saw that growing up back in the day.
Mhm.
I think I saw it in theaters even, maybe. Under Siege 2, that's a good. Oh, Judge Dredd. Oh, that was my first R-rated movie. I love Judge Dredd. It's so fun.
He may or may not be the law. Throwing it out there.
I am.
Pretty sure he was.
Usual Suspects, very famous. Oh yeah, there's all
Oh, yeah,
sorts
I
of
don't
stuff.
think I've ever seen that.
Usual Suspects. Yeah, it's considered a
I know
classic.
the film. I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's not like my favorite film of all time or anything, but it's certainly it has it's noteworthy for sure. Tank Girl, that's a cult classic of weirdness that
It is
that
definitely
people have
weird.
picked up on.
Well,
But yeah, Jumanji.
it's a comic book. Tank Girl's a comic
Oh,
book.
Mortal
So.
Kombat. Oh, that's another thing we'll have to talk about of video game movies. Video game movies,
I'd rather
man.
not.
Well, it's a mixed bag because there's some really awesome. Like I love Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat. I really do love that movie. It's super nostalgic. It's fun. It still holds up. It's easily the best video game movie made. Dumbo Drop, Operation Dumbo Drop. That was my first Ray Liotta movie.
I remember that film too.
I saw that as a kid. Did not like. I saw Pocahontas in the theater. Did not like it.
I also
Oh,
saw
that was the
Oh,
first
come
Disney.
on.
Never
That was the
cared
first
that much.
Disney movie
Have
I
you
watched. It was
ever
like
heard the wolf cry for the blue horn moon?
Someone's
Come
seen
No.
on,
it too
Steven.
many
It was
times.
cheesy.
Apparently,
It was
here.
cheesy.
Come on, Steven.
That was the first like this is just not no bueno. No. Tom and Huck was weird. I didn't like it as much as I wanted to as a kid. Tall Tale was fun. I liked it as a kid. That was actually my first uh what's the actor's name?
I don't know who you're talking about. You haven't said anything yet.
God, this thing does a terrible job of pulling it up quickly. Like it goes to all this crap. It's like just give me the damn information with one click. Damn.
No.
See, now I'm gonna have
asking
now
too
I'm
much.
Patrick Swayze. That was my first time of ever watching Patrick Swayze in a movie. Was Tall Tale. And as a kid, I really liked it. I don't know how much I'd like it now so much, but as a kid, I liked it as a kid. Kind of like this Grand Adventure this panda movie. How I don't remember it very well, but I did watch
I
it.
remember that. Kid was obsessed with American Gladiators.
Oh, that was a great year for comedies though. Ace Ventura, Major Payne, even Rumble in the Bronx for what it was. Oh wow, I've never seen this. Ernest Slam Dunk Ernest. Oh god, it's probably
Oh
terrible.
no, probably.
Oh, Heavyweights. Heavyweights.
Yeah.
That is a classic. It's so funny. I love Heavyweights, man. That was my first Ben Stiller movie. The Big Green. I definitely grew up watching that.
Oh, yep.
Green soccer film.
But yeah, no, Heavyweights. That movie is hilarious. To this day, that movie's freaking funny. Oh, Kid in King Arthur's Court. Oh man. Yep, like that as a kid. I crushed on The Princess as a kid.
Got the VHS.
Bad Boys.
Yeah, Bad Boys. That was fun. Father of the Bride. I saw it later on. That's pretty good. Get Shorty. That's a classic. That's a fun movie. Man, 95 is a damn good year.
It's
Oh,
like they
yeah,
actually made movies that year.
Oh man, yeah, 95 is fantastic. So Seth, you said what? 2000,
2004 or 2005.
2004? Let's go with 4. Oh, The Village. I actually like The Village. Machinist, that's really good. $1 Million Baby, that was Best Picture. Passion of the Christ, oh goodness, that's a big one. That's a big one. Dawn of the Dead was pretty good. I like Dawn of the Dead. Day After Tomorrow was horrible. This is considered one of the best depictions of Hitler downfall.
Hmm.
And it has the famous 999. that's where that
I
comes
know the
from.
clip. I never knew what the clip was from.
It's from
Now
that
I
right
know.
there.
Okay.
That
Called
well, and
Downfall?
didn't they redo it in one of Quentin Tarantino's movies?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Glorious Bastards.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Inglourious Basterds is so good. Aviator. I hear that's excellent.
Walking Tall was amazing. I don't know if I'd rewatch it now, but I loved it back.
It's a cool story, and there's been some good adaptations of it, and I'm sure it's well done.
Same with Van Helsing.
Troy, my understanding of Troy, if you watch the director's cut, it's good. It's completely. Collateral, underrated movie, very good. Michael Mann movie. Tom Cruise playing a bad guy, really good. Michael J. Fox, good stuff. Collateral's really good.
Wait,
Van
Michael
Helsing.
J. Fox?
Michael J. Fox. Tom Cruise plays a hitman.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's getting moved around by a cab driver, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox.
Is it?
Unless I'm getting the name wrong, but
I swear it's Jamie Foxx, but okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm like, which
Jamie
No,
Foxx.
Michael J.
wrong
Fox?
Fox. Wrong Fox. I struggle with names.
it was a black
You're
dude,
right,
not a
Jamie
white
Foxx. Not Michael J. Fox, Jamie Foxx. You meant what I knew. Yeah. I stand corrected. That's what I meant. That's who I meant.
But wait,
Michael J. Fox.
there's more.
See, I think Crash was Best Picture winner that year, which most people look back on and were like, really? It was kind of overrated from what I understand. It was kind of it was Oscar bait.
There's 3
National
right
Treasure.
there. Man on
Man on
Fire,
Fire, yeah.
National Treasure, and Dodgeball. WWW.
Yes. Now Dodgeball
Dodge
I've
a
only seen
wrench.
clips of, but I know it's funny.
Oh, it's
National
it's
Treasure.
amazing.
Was way better than it should have been.
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
So was the second one. Really?
Yes, they were both good. And Man on Fire, Man on Fire is great.
Oh, Denzel Washington.
Mhm.
Kung Fu Hustle. Kung Fu Hustle is amazing. It is ridiculous. That's a fun movie.
But wait, there's
Stephen
still
Chow.
more.
But wait, there's still more.
King Arthur.
I never saw King Arthur. I don't think I
It's
would
a
ever
good one.
care.
It's
Arthur?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen that one.
How to describe it? It's good. It's very good. It's not as what's the word? Valiant or whatever. We will hold it here. It's a very well done action scene. The attention to detail with the characters, as far as you end up liking every single one of them, as far as his knights, is outstanding. Like, the whole movie is good. I would recommend that. It's not a I don't know. I don't think I'd ever blah blah blah. I would watch it. Go watch
Is
it.
there a director's cut? I wonder.
I don't know.
I wonder if it's a movie that got like the studio got a hold of and it, one of those. But iRobot was.
All right.
I liked iRobot. That
Will
was actually
Smith.
pretty good.
I like King
Sean?
Arthur more. Just saying, need to watch it.
What is it?
King Arthur.
Oh, King Arthur.
Buggy that
Oh.
watch King Arthur.
Yeah, I'm bugging you. You need to watch it.
I could check it out.
Mhm.
Shaun of the Dead is a zombie comedy classic that really
Yep.
was. I mean, Return of the Living Dead is what started the zombie comedy genre. Period. But Shaun of the Dead perfected it. As
Yeah.
far as that British zombie comedy, really funny. Exorcist to me, this was not so good. I've seen that, not so good.
What was it?
Exorcist, the beginning. There's like two
Oh.
versions of the movie. They're two different movies because one was like the original, and then they reshot it and made another one, and it was weird. It just neither one are good. It's not good. I would not recommend that. Spotless Mind was interesting. Oh God, Catwoman. Oh goodness. Oh God.
That was
Oh,
pretty bad.
Team America.
Halle Berry's gorgeous. That's all I got. All right, so yeah, Team America is so funny. Oh my God,
She most
so
definitely
funny.
could be a cat lady. She could be a cat woman.
What's the Johnny Depp one? Why does that look so?
Secret Window. I think that's a remake of
Secret Window.
I
don't think I ever saw that.
it's a remake of a trying to remember the director's name just now. My brain.
Only you had one.
Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Oh,
Jimmy Stewart was the original, and then this is kind of a remake.
what else? I know there's.
But wait, there's more. Wait, did it just skip one piece? No. What? What is it?
I ever got into Friday Night
What?
Lights or anything there.
What?
Anchorman.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are funny. I remember liking Friday Night Lights.
Is Hidalgo good? I know I saw it. I can't remember if it was good.
I hear it's actually quite good. It's kind of an underrated movie from what I hear. So The Grudge. So it is a shot-for-shot remake of the Japanese by the original director at that. Just all American production and cast. So
But the story
whether or
still
not
takes place in Japan, right?
I forget because I haven't seen the whole thing, but I've seen the original, which was Ju-on. So which one you prefer is kind of up to the person because they're both extremely similar, but obviously one's more bigger budget than the other. They're creepy, they're interesting, but they're far from my favorite Asian horror films. I think there's some far superior ones out there. I've seen many. Napoleon Dynamite. I always really liked Napoleon Dynamite. See, I liked it
Ew.
before it blew up. You don't like it? Oh man.
Well, okay, so I don't do well with the situational humor. It makes my skin crawl.
Situational humor.
So
I don't know what you mean by that.
just the entirety of that movie. Then like Step Brothers.
Oh, that movie's
That
so
that
dumb,
kind of
but it is funny.
it's like, oh, it's so cringy. I don't want to watch it. I'm not
You know, it's stupid funny. It's
Mhm.
it's extremely stupid.
I have trouble with just like stupidity funny, like Dumb and Dumber and those movies and like that. Like
I do like
I
Dumb
don't-
and Dumber.
I don't care for them. I find the jokes just dumb.
Oh, Punisher. I really like Punisher. That's a good one.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 was
Is this 2004?
yeah,
Mhm.
still.
Okay, yeah. So that's
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 was that's considered one of the greatest superhero movies ever made.
I really
For
like
good
that
reason.
one. 3, I don't think I ever
Ooh,
actually.
The
3
Alamo.
was just
That's actually supposed to be good. That's
wait, Alamo. That's a
yeah,
remake.
The Alamo. Well, and it's its own take on The Alamo. It's not really a remake. It's its own. It's its own.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It follows the original film word for word, part for part. It's a remake.
of which film? The John Wayne version?
Yeah.
It's not. No, the John Wayne
Yeah.
version ends completely different. He goes and like blows himself up in a building, which was historically inaccurate. This one tried to
Yes.
follow at least a little closer to what
Still a remake.
reportedly happened. Well, it's just another take on the Alamo. It's not a remake. It's not. I mean, it's the Alamo. There's a difference between a remake and a just simply another version of telling the same story. I mean, the John Wayne movie, the original was a John Wayne movie. That's the Alamo. This one was
Mhm.
just we're gonna try to do a historical, at least because there was multiple versions of what happened at the Alamo. It's debated of what actually
The whole
happened.
scene, him playing with violin to get the Mexican army to stop fighting, that never happened.
Yeah,
It's not
there's
historical
definitely things
anything.
in it, but at least there's moments in it where they actually try to they at least attempted to make it to be somewhat accurate to what happened to the best they could. Considering compare. Whereas the John Wayne one, blowing himself up in the
That didn't happen, but because what really happens, they hung him there.
right. So that's what I mean. It's like it's just another version of it. Of the same of the real historical event. Yeah, there's Dawn of the Dead, the Kill Bill. Those are fun movies.
Born
I like the
Supremacy.
Kill Bill movies. I like all the Riddick movies, so
Mhm.
those are because I love the
As do I.
Alien versus
AVP.
Predator. I really
Don't
like
like
the
it.
first one. I think it is way too criticized. I think people are too harsh on it. I really like the first one.
What I like now and didn't like then. Harry Potter.
I haven't seen Harry Potter yet.
They're interesting.
I've seen them. I saw them
No,
as
no,
they
no. I
when
mean,
it
I mean,
came
as
out.
in on the list. I've seen all the movies, but I haven't seen them on here yet.
Oh, it was on the last page.
Oh, what was it?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right next to Tornado.
I blew right past it. There it is. I've never seen that version of the cover. That's weird. Okay. Yeah.
There's like 8 films, so.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, Hellboy.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Hellboy. Loved it. I love both those movies. Oh God, Starship Troopers too. Blade Trinity. Blade Trinity was all right, but it wasn't nearly as good as the other ones, of course.
I liked all three of those.
The joke
Ultimately, I
on
enjoyed
Blade
all three.
Trinity is Wesley Snipes hated the film so much, like he fought them all the way through on the filming, point where he like refused to do scenes, and they had to get like stand-ins to pretend to be him.
Wow.
In fact, he had it in his contract that any scene that didn't actually physically show his face, he wasn't to play the part. They would get a stand-in. Why he hated that film so much, I don't know, but
it wasn't that bad.
yeah.
I mean, I guess it could have.
I thought it was all right.
I think they bullied him into doing this. I don't think he wanted to do any more sequels to it, and he just
that's
kind of
probably.
like bullied into it.
Gave him a ridiculous amount of money to portray the part one more time. When he's like, yeah, but I don't. But I guess I'll take $.
Yeah.
Let's do one more year. What's a Mike? What do you think? What's the year you want to look at?
Let's try 86.
Oh, the year I was born.
Either 86 or 85. Yeah, let's do 86.
This is a good year, from what I remember. Blue Velvet is considered a classic. I haven't seen it though, but it's one I need to watch. It's considered like a.
Yeah, I think I wanted 85, but oh well.
You want to do 85?
Yeah, let's try 85.
The year my grandfather was born.
This was where I was born.
Hey,
I was
watch
87.
it. Watch it.
Oh, Silver Bullet. That's a classic werewolf
Speaking of
movie.
this old guy's got to be going to bed, ladies and gentlemen. It's after 9 o'clock.
All right, we're finishing up here. So Commando. That's a fun, stupid but fun, Schwarzenegger film. Return of the Living Dead. That's a. I don't love it like everybody else does, but it's it's famous. It was okay. Goonies, right? I get it. People love Goonies.
Goonies, yeah.
Didn't grow up with it the same. It's
hey,
okay.
you guys.
Oh man, Rocky 4. So I love all the Rocky movies, so I'm always down for Rocky. Shit's awesome.
Rocky 4. That's the Russian one, if I remember correctly. Right?
Yes, that's a good one. Like
That's one of
5
my
was
faves.
kind of weird. I didn't think it was horrible, but it was definitely the least of the series. But 4 was great.
Yeah.
I love 4. Oh, Silverado. That is a great western.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good Western. Love it. I haven't seen Pale Rider, but I'm sure it's good. I mean, it's famous.
I saw Pale. I like it. I think
Yeah,
you would like it too.
I bet I would. I haven't seen Teen Wolf. I've seen it around for since I can remember, but I've never watched it.
I don't think I've seen that either.
Day of the Dead. Very interesting movie. It's an interesting one. I like it in a lot of ways, and obviously, but it's far from a favorite. But I do like it. It's extremely gory.
Mhm.
Like even within the Dead series, it's one of the goriest ones. Easily one of the goriest. Actually, I
Which
would.
one? Day of the Dead.
Yeah, the one you watched with me
Yeah.
with the pet zombie.
Yeah.
Breakfast Club. That's a interesting, uh, kind of a analytical teenage drama. It's an interesting movie. Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I remember liking it. It's one of the less crappy sequels out of those. Um, oh wow, Back to the Future. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Mad
That-
Max Beyond Thunderdome.
That an
Never
Indiana
watched those.
Jones one's there, right next to Back to the
This
Future?
is King Solomon's Mines. I
Oh.
have no idea what that is.
It just
No idea.
like Indiana.
Oh God, Ewoks,
Sure.
the Battle for Endor. Oh God, I've heard things. I've heard things. um, I've seen this cover. Just one of the guys. I've seen it 1,000 times. Never watched the movie. Phenomenon. I've never seen it. Seen the cover a million times.
But
American
Phenomenon.
Ninja. Goodness, I know those were cheese fests. Oh,
Good night.
He said he had to go.
Mm-hmm.
dang it! Summer Rental. John Candy. I've seen that cover 1,000 times. It's one of the few John Candy movies I don't think I've actually watched. Rambo, First Blood Part 2, Legend. That's a Tom Cruise. That's like young Tom Cruise. That was yeah. That's an interesting movie. It's a very interesting movie. It's the same. Oh God, like I have to remember the director's name, but it's he's directed all sorts of stuff. Very unique. Go 95. Yep. Yep. 95 was a great year. Really liked reminiscing on 95.
95 is pretty legendary.
85's fun though. I mean, honestly, there's really with movies, it's interesting because you're always going to find something
I
interesting.
left. You didn't mention any of the films I was thinking of, so it must have been 86 I was thinking of.
Now we'll just see real fast what the top ones are. I know Dune is on there for me. That's The Fly. That's a horror classic. Platoon. That's a big one. Manhunter. That was before. That was Manhunter had a depiction. That was actually it had Hannibal Lecter in it before the Silence of the Lambs did it. Based off the book. Top Gun. There you go. That's right. I forgot
totally
Top Gun's
for it.
86. Never seen Labyrinth. Never cared. Little Shop of Horrors. That's another one that's considered as a horror comedy classic. I've never actually watched. Big Trouble in Little China. That's a really good one. It's really fun. You know what? I saw Gothic. I don't remember it all the way. It is a very
Gothic.
bad, weird movie that I would never ever recommend anybody. But it's on here for some reason. It's like Aliens. Oh, that's right. It was
Yeah,
86.
that's what I was also looking for. It's like Aliens.
Yeah, so
85 or 86, I couldn't remember.
I forgot. I thought it was later than that. Aliens. That's
No, I knew it was one of those 2 years. I'm like,
that should have been Best Picture.
I also know
That
it
should have
came up
been.
the same year Top Gun's. Like, okay, Aliens.
Mm-hmm. Hoosiers. That's a classic. Howard the Duck. It's so weird.
Yeah.
King Kong Lives. Is this the
I don't
one?
know
Is
that
this?
one.
If that's the one that I was watching, that was like, I think it
The
is.
Jeff Bridges one, I think that is.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so bad. So bad.
Ferris
Oh.
Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, was
I
that?
like
Wait,
that film.
was that?
Ferris
Did I miss
Bueller's
that?
Day Off.
Oh, there it is. I don't think I've actually watched it all the way through. Just seen the famous scenes from it. Part of Pretty in Pink. Never seen it. Less Color Money. Oh, Tom Cruise and okay. That's supposed to be. That's one I would actually watch. I would actually check that out. Oh, An American Tail. Oh man, that's definitely my childhood. Growing up watching that on VHS as a kid.
Say 95 is still a winner for me right now. It's
Yeah, not even. Oh, here we go. For me, 86. I mean, so 86 is amazing because you got Aliens and you got Transformers the movie. Those are two huge ones for me right there. Huge for me. So 86 is a very iconic. The Karate Kid. Very good.
yeah.
Oh wow, Dragon Balls. 1986. I forget it goes back that far.
What'd you say? Dragon Ball?
Yeah, Dragon Ball. See,
Oh,
Dragon Ball, Curse of the Blood Rubies.
Hmm.
It's a 50-minute 86.
oh, they're one of
Dang.
the early films.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not as many movies as 95. 95 is just like riddled with awesome stuff. But
It's
but Transformers the movie and Aliens right here, man, those are huge for me. Those are huge, and for you, Top Gun's a huge one.
mm-hmm.
Definitely, that's fun. Yeah, I love old movies. I say old, like I just love like movies we've grown up with, movies that meant a lot to us throughout time. A lot of fun. Alrighty, ratty.
Think that does it, huh? Thanks for
Y'all have a good
watching.
night.
Have a good
Thanks for
night.
Bye.